Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gabriel, and today we're going to talk about surrender and its importance on the twin flame journey, as I'm doing a card reading with the Power of Surrender cards by Dr. Judith Orloff. These cards are really powerful. You can even get them as an app on your phone. This is not sponsored. I just really love these cards, and I literally pull from them every single day as guidance throughout my day. And you can never have too much surrender. So I've already shuffled the cards and we can go ahead and get started. All right, so the first card for today is surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. I think it's really important, this note right here, to surrender to prayer, because surrender doesn't mean white flag, give up, you're done. It means to give your worries, your troubles, your twin flame, your desires, the outcome of anything, to God. You connect with the divine. You give it to love, the universe, however you connect with God. But it's also not something that you do alone. You co-create your reality with God. And so by connecting with God and making a love list or just praying, you can tell God, this is what I'm desiring. And God already knows what you desire. God placed those desires in your heart, but it helps you to get clear, and it tells God that you're ready for these things that you desire. When you put it out there in the universe, you're like, I want my twin flame. Here's my love list. Here are the things that I've written down that say, this is what I want in my perfect lover. This is what I want in my person. Even if you already think you know your twin flame, even if you're positive you know your twin flame, it's still good to write the things down that you desire in a person, because that will manifest through your twin flame as you get clear on what you truly desire. And really, you're uncovering these things, but it's a process. And the more you get clear and talk with God, and God will have the chance to say, okay, yeah, you're ready for this. Here's what you desire. Not God always has something better for you than what you think. And it's not something like, you don't know what you don't know what you want. God created you. You don't know as much of what you want as God wants for you, and you have glimpses of that. You have little hints of that. You have that in your heart at your core, but you uncover that by praying to God. You uncover that by working with God to manifest your reality, and he'll reveal you to you, and as an extension, he'll reveal your desires and you'll manifest them. All right, the next card is surrender to non-action. Especially on the twin flame journey, it can be very, very tempting to try to reach out and do something to try to make something happen. You want to, send them the right text. You want to show up at their door. You want to send them some flowers or whatever it is. You want to heal that next block, because if I just get through this block, then I can make it happen, and then he or she will show up and we'll be together. No, that's not how it works. Healing your upsets is the way to be with your twin flame. But it's not you do the work to get them. If you are doing the inner work just to get a result, that's not the way. You're not going to see results that way, because you're not doing it from a place of actual genuine love for yourself and genuine wanting to connect with God. You're like, ooh, I want that thing, so I'm making some kind of transaction, or I'm going to control and get my twin flame. It doesn't work. Let it go. Let God do it. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. Yes. And that doesn't mean that you won't ever be able to text your twin flame. That doesn't mean that you're not allowed to talk to your twin flame or you're not allowed to think about your twin flame. None of that. As it feels good, as God guides you. And you'll know that you're guided when it feels peaceful. It's not, I better text them right now, or I'm going to miss the magic window and we're never going to talk again. No, that's fear. You don't listen to fear. You don't pay any attention to what fear is telling you, because fear doesn't want you to have your union. It's trying to trap you into this needy energy, and that can delay your progress, but it won't mess your life up forever. You can always make a new choice. You can always heal. But you can avoid doing that by listening to the voice of peace. And if the voice of peace is saying, no, that's not it, that's okay. It's okay not to reach out to your twin flame. It's okay to reach out to your twin flame when you feel guided. But you don't have to make anything happen. And right now, this is just allowing the flow, allowing things to work out for you instead of you trying to go out and get it. It's the same like chasing energy of I'm going to make this happen. No, just be with yourself. Just be with God, and your twin flame will naturally come into your reality when you are ready and when you are in a place of peace and surrender. The next card is surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. And two things immediately came to mind when this card came up. But it's surrender to the flow of your life. Surrender to your life purpose. If there's some kind of creative avenue that your heart is calling you to, don't see your life purpose journey as separate from your twin flame journey, because it's not. It's the same journey. It's still you discovering you and being with you. That's what the twin flame journey is. You discovering you connecting with God, and God comes to be with you through your twin flame. And the more that you can connect with yourself through loving yourself and through living your life purpose, the more your twin flame will be attracted to you. And there's also an element of using your imagination here. Your thoughts create your reality. So if you're constantly in my twin flame won't contact me, my twin flame doesn't love me, that's what you're telling the universe that you want. You're creating that. You're like, yeah, I just want that. Even though you're thinking, I don't want that, or, oh, my twin flame, like, that energy doesn't, there's not the don't isn't registered. I don't want that. It's like, oh, this is how it is, and it's like, that's what you're gonna continue to receive if you continue to put that out into the universe. So make a conscious effort to use affirmations, to imagine your life with your twin flame. That's not the same energy of like, I gotta go out and make it happen. That's you recognizing the truth that your twin flame is already one with you, and that your life with your twin flame is only a matter of you manifesting it from within. Your brain, the universe doesn't know the difference between you, thinking it and it actually being so. Because the reality is that it already is. You and your twin flame were created together. You're already together. You always will be together. And if you start acknowledging that truth and living in that truth, even if you just take some time to imagine your life, your perfect life with your twin flame, or imagine what a day-to-day life would be with them, or, a perfect date, whatever it is, you can imagine these things and live your life as if they were already with you, and you will manifest what you desire. You'll still have to move through your blocks, you'll still have to move through your upsets and love yourself. But that's part of manifestation, is using that creative energy, that creative flow that God has given you to manifest what you actually want instead of what you don't want. All right, the next card, surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Yeah, a lot of times your body like can hold upsets, especially if you're not feeling your feelings, or if you're moving through a lot of body um, upsets, whether it be in your weight or it be in physical aches and pains. Your body can sometimes show you where you need to go next. And if you're having anxious feelings about your twin flame, or if you're not sure about the next step, that place where you feel that ache, that place where you feel that anxiety, that's the place to go and, get clear, heal, love yourself so that you can move forward. Um, also, like, just a medical disclaimer that, like, if you are having aches and pains and heart flutterings and palpitation, I may have said that wrong 3 times. But if you're having these problems, like physically, see a doctor because there could be something medically wrong that you need to be, need to have checked out. But if you aren't having something that's like physically wrong with you to the point that you need medical care, um, you can pay attention to those places where you feel uneasy, where you're having that ache and pain, and look at the spiritual cause of that, because that'll tell you where to go next. It's also, trust when you feel good that things are going well, even if it doesn't look good on the outside, if your twin flame's not talking to you, if, you know, whatever it is that's going on in your life, if if you're happy and energized, even with your twin flame not in your life, that's a good sign. That's good. That doesn't mean like, oh, I've moved on. If you still love your twin flame, but you're happy and you're flowing, without them, like, that's a good sign. Like, you can trust that, your work, your inner work that you've been doing to love and nurture yourself, that is working, and that the next piece will come along. You don't have to go digging for upsets. All right. The last card, and we're going to take from the bottom of the deck to see the overall energy, and it's surrender stress. Yeah. Take a few deep breaths. And exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. I can feel myself even just like nervously on this video, oh, that's a good reminder for myself as well. But surrender stress that you might be hanging on to, worrying about your twin flame journey, worrying about if you're doing the right thing. None of that like helps you at all. You worrying about your twin flame constantly, you wondering what they're doing or what the next step is, that actually delays your progress because you're ruminating on all the things that could go wrong. And if you remember, we just talked about, surrendering like to creativity, because you're constantly manifesting your reality if you change your thoughts, right? If you're constantly focused on that worry, that stress that you've built up in your body of everything that could go wrong or why they're not there yet, that's not going to help you. You just let it go, surrender it to God. And like, I'll be a broken record about this, but it is so important to surrender, even your twin flame, even who they are, everything, when, where, how it happens, what they're doing, it doesn't matter. You surrender it to God and allow God to bring your twin flame to you at the right moment when you are ready and your twin flame is ready. And, there's a great Twin Flame Ascension School class. If you have Twin Flame Ascension School, or if you don't, you should sign up at twinflamesuniverse.com. But, there's a great class about the final surrender, and it talks about surrendering your twin flame, like surrendering them completely to God. You have to let them go. And it's kind of like that old saying of like, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, then it was meant for you. And that's kind of the philosophy that you're taking here is that you surrender your twin flame knowing that they are already yours. Regardless of who you think it is, like you have to surrender, like, oh, I know that it's this guy, or I know it's this woman. Surrender it. Surrender it. Like, you don't have control here. But just by knowing who they are and be like, I know it's them, I know it's them, I know it's them, that doesn't bring you closer to them. Like, being right isn't going to bring you your union. Only surrendering it to God will bring you your union. And there's so many stories on the Twin Flames Universe Open Forum and in TFAT and Twin Flame Ascension School, where, the student, someone who was working through it, whether they were a live student or whether they're just a student in, subscribe to the classes and in the forum, where they surrendered, and then the next day or the next week, their twin flame is revealed. And, you have to remember that when you're like trying to hang on and trying to make something happen, you're just blocking your progress. That's why, we got the card to, surrender to non-action. You surrender to non-action, you surrender your twin flame to God, and that frees up the energy for God to come in and bring you your twin flame in the best possible way. Hanging on to worry, hanging on to stress, hanging on to the way it has to happen, all of those things actually block your journey, blocks you from making progress. So when you surrender, you free that up and you tell God, I trust you. I know that you know what I want. I know that you desire my union more than I do. I know that you know better for me what I want than what I do, and having that trust in the universe immediately frees things up. And, surrender and don't check up on it. There's a great meme of like your twin flame, you have to checking in on the progress after you surrender it, let it go. And your twin flame will, join you in love as you love yourself. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. If you are desiring some support on your twin flame journey, if you're struggling to surrender and you just want to let go and find that peace, I can help you. My services are at sacredtwinflameunion.com, and I will see you all in the next video.